Hello, Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears friends. Our Topics and Tidbits Tuesday night chats are on summer break with planned travel and lots of activities. But there have been so many announcements in the past few weeks, so I just had to pop in and say hi and provide you with a quick update. We're still here to share our love of Disney and Universal and help you plan your trips. So I hope you find this informative and helpful. So starting with Disney World, the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival kicked off last Thursday, and most of the food kiosks are open, but there are still a handful that are going to wait until October 1st to open. Of note to me, one of my favorites is the Tangerine Cafe in Morocco, which used to be a quick service restaurant. Now it's opening as a festival location. And it's always been a family favorite, and so we are certain to go there to grab a bite to eat in just a couple of weeks. When it comes to festival entertainment for the International Food and Wine Festival, you will see Mariachi Cobre and the Voices of Liberty who perform during the day, but then there's also a concert series running throughout the festival in the American Gardens Bandstand, Friday nights through Monday nights. So if you're looking for more entertainment, definitely hit up Epcot for the International Food and Wine Festival, Friday night through Monday nights. Now, a lot of folks have asked me, so this is a festival event, is there an additional ticket? Nope. Your entry to Epcot will get you into the International Food and Wine Festival and the concerts and the different events. You will just pay as you go for your food and for beverages. And other very exciting in Epcot news, the Epcot Monorail started running back on Sunday. It hadn't reopened yet. From what I understand, there was some difficulty with the distancing at the Ticket and Transportation Center between the Magic Kingdom Monorail and the Epcot Monorail. And so the Epcot Monorail is open. One of the exciting parts too is I've noticed watching, other very popular live streamers that when you take the Epcot monorail around, you are able to see the huge amount of construction that's happening in Epcot. There's a lot of work going on right now, and I've been there several times since the construction started, and I couldn't quite grasp exactly how huge it was until I got to see it. So I can't wait to see it with my own eyes in about 10 days, I think now. Related to the Food and Wine Festival, for those Run Disney fans, registration for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon, which is in the first weekend in November, it opened a couple of weeks ago, and surprisingly and very different for Run Disney events is that it's not sold out yet. The half marathon isn't sold out yet. In fact, as of right now, the 5K is still open, and only the 10K is sold out. And so if you are interested in running a half marathon, at Disney World and Epcot during the Food and Wine Festival, first weekend in October, take a look at the Run Disney website. There is, again, the 5K, the half marathon, and then they have a 2-course challenge. And so if you do the 2-course challenge, which is the 10K and the half together, then you get an extra medal for completing both of those events. Now, heading over to Animal Kingdom, just in the past week, we have 2 new babies. A baby gorilla and a baby hippopotamus were born, and they haven't, as far as I understand, they haven't named them yet. So we just know that they are there and available to be seen. And so the baby gorilla is in the Gorilla Falls area, and then the baby hippopotamus can be seen on the Kilimanjaro Safari. But with Animal Kingdom, in addition to Disney's worldwide conservation efforts, they also partner with the Species Survival Plan, which is a program overseen by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and it supports the responsible breeding of endangered species. And so the hippo calf was the first hippo calf born in Animal Kingdom in 13 years. So it's a huge, huge deal. In related Disney Resort news, we now know when the rest of the Disney World resorts will open. All-Star Music Resort, which is a value resort, is reopening in September. One of my favorites, Port Orleans French Quarter and Port Orleans Riverside, are reopening in October. And then the All-Star Sports Resort is reopening in December. So by the end of December, all of the Disney World resorts will be open and welcoming guests, which is incredibly exciting. Speaking of resort openings, the Polynesian Village Resort reopened on Monday, and the Moana rooms are adorable. I'll be staying in one in just a few days, so about a week and a half. And so as soon as I get into that room, as soon as I can put together a room tour, I will be sharing it here at Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears. And also while we are there, we'll be enjoying Ohana, which is a very, very popular Disney restaurant, perhaps one of the most popular Disney restaurants. We'll be going there for breakfast. And we also just recently learned that Trader Sam's Grotto has also reopened. And so, that's a lot to do in a short time, but I'm hoping to be able to see it all and share it all with you. In other big Disney World news, they announced their holiday season offerings. So, as we have learned to know and love, Epcot will continue the International Festival of the Holidays. This festival always starts right after Thanksgiving and runs through the end of the year. In Disney Springs, again, this year they will offer the Christmas Tree Stroll, which is a little bit different than the Christmas Trees Trail for those who have been around. They will put the Christmas trees throughout Disney Springs, and then you can pick up a free map with stickers and then look for the different trees, get all of the stickers in order, and when you're done, you can get a free button. I don't know if you necessarily need the button. It's fun for the kids, but I love getting the map and the stickers and looking for all of the trees. Of course, Animal Kingdom, not to be left out, will be decked out in its holiday best and have the winter projections on the Tree of Life in the evenings. And the Tree of Life has projections every night, but the scenes are different during the holiday season. And then at Magic Kingdom, some folks have become used to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Instead of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Magic Kingdom will be hosting the Very Merriest After Hours event this year. So if you are familiar with the changes that happened with Halloween, instead of the traditional Halloween party, Magic Kingdom is offering the Boo Bash, which is a party that starts after park close. This will be the same case for the Very Merriest After Hours. Only the Very Merriest After Hours will be a 4-hour event. After park close, the parties will start on November 8th, and they'll run select nights through December 21st. And Disney hasn't announced yet exactly when the tickets will go on sale, but we will be sure to let you know when they do. So keep an eye on our Facebook page or group, because that's typically where we post the most up-to-date information as quickly as possible. And the last bit of holiday news is that we just learned recently that the Gingerbread Displays are going to be returning this year. So if you've never visited Disney World resorts during the holiday season, be sure to add it to your list. In addition to the parks, the resorts are all decked out. And many of the deluxe resorts will have gingerbread and culinary displays. And they didn't have them last year because from what I understand, they start working on them 6 months in advance. And so because of all of the closures, they weren't able to get everything put together. But this year, we will be able to see our life-size gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian and all of the other wonderful displays at the resorts. Moving over to Disney Cruise Line. In Disney Cruise Line news, we've got some exciting things happening. The Disney Magic had its first staycation cruise out of the UK with paying passengers after a couple of successful test cruises. So cruising is happening again, and then the Disney Dream embarked on Saturday for its first test cruise, and that has successfully returned. So it really sounds like there's a great chance of cruises coming back out of Port Canaveral in the near future. Now, going to the other coast at Disneyland, tickets went on sale for their Halloween party, the Oogie Boogie Bash, and they just announced that 2 of their character dining locations will reopen. So Storytellers Cafe Breakfast at the Grand Floridian opens July 22nd, and then the Plaza Inn at Disneyland opens August 12th. And then other restaurants are reopening as well, where we learned that Carthay Circle at California Adventure Park is opening on July 22nd, and the Golden Horseshoe is opening in Disneyland Park on July 29th. So it's so exciting to see all of these reopenings. Now, in Universal Studios news, we learned that they are testing out a new app for their virtual queues. So Universal Studios Orlando will use virtual queues if the standby queues get a little bit long. And so this new app is called a virtual line account, and you will need to activate your virtual line account and then add whatever virtual line you are interested in that's available at that time. And it can only be used when guests are in the parks. And then also in Universal Studios news, we learned a little bit more about a few more of the houses that will be available during Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights is a little scary for me, but if this is your thing, you can look forward to The Bride of Frankenstein house, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Haunting of Hill House. I don't know about that. That's it for the news. Thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon on this YouTube channel, and that way you can be notified when we post new content or go live. I also recommend joining our Facebook group that's linked below. I will be sharing all of our Disney World adventures with you in just over a week and a half. And so some of that will be on YouTube, some of it will be in Facebook, on Instagram, so keep an eye out. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.